broadcasting from our airwaves in Birmingham and Sweden. It is your presenters, Yaya, Dampha, and Bamba. Today we come to celebrate and salute you and discuss with Kukoi Sambia Sanyang, mastermind of the 1981 coup, and the host is Mr. Yaya Dampha. Yaya, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bamba. We have to say good day to listeners who are listening to the airwaves of the Kibaaro radio. You are reminded that you are listening to Kibaaro radio broadcasting from Birmingham and Sundsvall in Sweden. And this, as Bamba rightly said, this is a special program where we have an exclusive interview with Mr. Kukoi Sambia Sanyang. Listeners, if you could remember, Mr. Sanyang was recently arrested and bundled out of Senegal, the Republic of Senegal, to Malian capital Bamako, where he resides now and speaks to us from there. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Kukoi Sambia Sanyang with us. Hello, Uncle Kukoi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I am fine. I have with me Mr. Yaya Dampha, the assistant editor for Kibaaro Radio. If you have time, I would give the floor to Yaya Dampha to go ahead with you. Mr. Dampha.
He's welcome. He's welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Sanyang.
Oh, good evening. Good evening. How are you, my brother?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm here. I'm trying, battling with the little pains I'm having on my body, but everything is okay. Thanks to Allah.
Thank you very much. Nice having you on Kibaaro Radio. And we would like to have a discussion with you concerning the recent happenings in Senegal. It has been brought to our notice that the Senegalese authorities recently arrested you, molested you, and bundled you out of the Senegalese capital, Dakar, to Mali, where you are speaking to us right now. Can you tell us what exactly had happened?
Yes, what you are saying is quite true. The Senegalese police came to my house and said that because there was an order that was given to me that I should leave the country in 28 hours. The reason is that they say that according to the ECOWAS treaty, a citizen of a country, member state of the ECOWAS community, is not allowed to reside in a country that is a member of the ECOWAS community and undertake subversive activities. This was the reason that they gave to me. And they told me that the authorities have decided that I should leave the country in 48 hours. And I told them that, well, I don't know what I've done. I'm not engaged on any activities that can be detrimental to the security and Senegal. They said no, because according to their investigation, they came to know that I'm a Gambian. I said, well, I am Kukoi Sambia Sanyang. They asked me, why do I have a Senegalese ID card? I said, well, I have the Senegalese ID card that was set up to be on humanitarian grounds and to secure myself by the regime of supply one. They said the ID card is false. The commission of the Secretariat of Territorial Security handed the commissary, I handed the ID card to one of his officers who went to their central office and investigated. They found out that the ID card is authentic and it is genuine. But despite that, they said that, well, from above, they have asked them that I should leave the country. They let me go. I went back to my house. 5 days later, that was day before yesterday, they came to me telling me that, well, the authorities say that they want to engage a dialogue with you to know exactly what is happening so that you'll be able to know what next to be done. I said, okay, because now we have decided, the authorities have decided that they will remove you from this place because already the Gambian authorities are aware that you are here, they know where you are, and everything, so you are not secure. We will remove you from that security. I said, well, if that is true, well and good, because you people are the people who are responsible for the security of everything that is living here in Dakar. So this is how they say, well, take your bag and take everything. I said, well, there's nothing that I have to wait. I have to go see the place where you people are taking me. Then tomorrow we are away with you people so that we come back and I can pack my things and then go to the new place where we are going to secure. This is how we went with the police car, the private police car. When on the way, there was a lot of scenarios on the way. We passed through to the private Renaissance big structure. They went inside the bush, parked their car, and another van came. This one came. They abandoned me in that van. They took me straight to the airport. So I said, wow, what is happening? I'm sick. You people should take me to the house where you want me to go to. Where you people are saying that I have to secure. And I said, no, you either get down at the van and go, we are sending you. If you don't agree to come down, you will bundle, you use the force as they said it is military intent. But they will use the force and send and say, well, if you like to use force and say, get me down at this minivan and send me inside the plane, I am not going to go anywhere else. Because I know that this is what you are doing. This is terrorism. Now there's a time over 10 or 12 soldiers, these gendarmes and police came around, grabbed me, they were going to tug of war at the airport. And so lucky enough, I even did not know, I was so literate. There was a lady journalist who saw the whole, she told us myself, who called the radio station and then the radio station started blasting it. Now, they took to him inside myself to the commissioner's office, not knowing that there was a plane that was supposed to still take me. I don't know where. And the plane, I don't know where the plane was coming from. It was scheduled at 10:30. But because of the couple and the radio was talking, announcing about my arrest and then the fight I had with them, the plane left. I was there at the airport. They even didn't want me to speak to the agriculture. Anybody, because we don't write applications because of the newspaper, mobilize themselves around the airport. There was a lot of trouble at the airport. They told I wouldn't get out. Even if I'm going to agriculture, the toilet they used to export 5 or 6 agriculture gendarmes. And one of these agriculture brothers, Father Alvarez in New York, called one of the journalists who called me by my mobile and started interviewing me. I never even knew that it was direct interview. So they started pulling me and wanting to seize my mobile, but I shouldn't speak to the journalist. I said, well, why? I have my voice to speak. This is a free country. There's free talk and free speech. So where are you? Yes, you are talking. You are going to try to put yourself into the trouble because people will know what is happening. People will know where you are going. I said, well, if people know what is wrong with it? You people are telling me. You said it's legal to get me out of this country. So what is the problem? So this is where they came and one of the boys hit my agriculture and they fell down there collected it. So one of these commissioners said, no, you shouldn't do that. Hand over the phone to me. And they handed it over to me. But they switched up the agriculture communication. So it was to do 3:30. That we had to go and buy a ticket. It was a 3:30 that they police. The ticket was bought through this Kenya Airways. So they said, well, Kenya Airways is going to Nairobi, but we are sending you, we are going to Mali. This is how I found myself in the plane. They started me inside the plane, and they came around the plane until the plane took off for the left. This is how I landed in Mali.
So in short, what you were saying is like you were hello, Mr. Sanyang. So in short, what you were
I'm very sorry. Technology, I'm very sorry. The network is very bad.
Yeah, we realize that. What I'm trying to say is, in short, what you told us that the Senegalese security forces misinformed you that they were going to move you from where you were living to a safe place, while they are already planned to expel you out of Senegal.
After receiving the correct information was just to bundle me into a plane and send me to Banjul. This was their original plan. But since the population and the radio were talking about this, what were happening, the problem is that I am really sure that President Macky Sall is not aware. Because when they gave me the orders that I should leave the country in 48 hours, I wrote a lengthy letter to the president, explaining to him what these policemen have said that they are going to expel me from the country. So they don't want that letter to be handed to Macky Sall. I'm very intelligent. I'm more intelligent than them. They didn't know that I have already despite the letter, and only the letter of the commissioner was with me that I wanted to hand over to him directly. But even the letter to the Minister of Interior was already dispatched. So they went to get the information, they were mad because they thought that they are going to pay. Because the one who went and make that setup with the government so that they will be captured and sent to Banjul. When he came back, even his own car, he gave his own car away. He's called Habib Saho. He dashed his own car to somebody else because he has a new car and he has money that he's going to share with the police. So this is why they even decided that before the president will come back from Kaula, where he went on a ministerial meeting, they had to get me out of the country so that they will be able to receive the money from Dampha.
Okay, Mr. Sanyang, I wanted to ask you, this Habib Sanyang, Habib Saho you are talking about, what is his rank or what kind of portfolio does he hold in the government?
He was a crippled soldier who went to Darfur and came back, then he retired. It was later on that I got to know that when I arrived here in Bamba, I was told that he's an informer. But he's a retired soldier who was in Darfur.
Okay. That means Mr. Habib Sanyang, Habib Saho is a retired soldier.
Habib Saho.
Habib Saho is a retired soldier, right?
Yes.
But he must be very influential because it looks like he was able to coax the government without them knowing.
He's an Arabic scholar who has a lot of contact with these caliphs, generals of these different Islamic sects. So he knows a lot of people and they use that to make money.
Mr. Sanyang, it has also been reported that the government of the Gambia must maybe working hand in hand with the Senegalese security forces for the fact that the government of Macky Sall are not officially aware of your extradition to Banjul or your the expulsion from Senegal to where you are right now. Yes, what I was saying is it has been rumored that the government of Yaya must have been in close to dealing with some of the Senegalese security forces who masterminded your
Serign, the question for me. Between government and the Senegalese security. But the Senegalese government is not aware because I spoke to the Minister of State, Dampha, who is in Switzerland. He is not aware of it. I spoke to the Minister of State, advisor to the President, they are not aware. I sent somebody to the Minister of State, Minister of Justice, who said he was not aware of what was going on. So I am definitely sure that the Mexican government, the ministers or the president himself are not aware of what was going on. This is between the security, Senegalese security and Yaya deal, and it was a setup so that he will be able to pay. But this thing happened though. When I was kidnapped in Kibaaro, the same incident happened.
Yeah, but Mr. Sanyang, how comes within 48 hours after you were forcefully bundled, manhandled and almost beaten, and all your hands and your legs are swollen, and yet the Senegalese government does not come up with any report whatsoever to deny or accept the fact that they had no knowledge of what had happened to you, and no arrests have been made? This is very surprising. And what is your response to that?
Yeah, even up till now, I am waiting for a word from the Senegalese government because the time this incident happened, the president was in the cabinet meeting. So I was expecting that whatever it is, they would have had it and they would not have made a declaration even from Kaula. But to my surprise, up till today, the Senegalese have been now they didn't take a word. So I'm waiting to hear from The police went and said that I was possession of many ID cards and many different passports. And I challenge that ID card.
How did they come to the conclusion of
I am having a Senegalese ID card, and I can easily tell you that I'm copy of that ID card to you people. And when they issued at the airport the safe conduct, say that they gave me the drop to how to bundle me inside the place and send me to Mali.
So Mr.
Professional mistake. They wrote on the article that I am a Senegalese citizen, and that article they are giving me this safe passage out document to leave the country.
So what Mr. Dampha is asking is why Mali? Why did they have to take you to Mali? Why Mali?
The simple reason is that they said that when I left the article Holland, I went to Ghana and then to Burkina Faso. It is from Mali that I entered the article.
Senegal.
Senegal, yeah. So that was the reason. But I challenge them. Even in the letter I wrote to the president, I challenge them. I said, well, if you people are saying that, and you are accusing me, which is not true, that I was on the way activities that destabilize a country which is a member of the ECOWAS, and you people are members of the ECOWAS. Now, why send me to Mali? Mali is a member of the ECOWAS community. They say, no, they don't know, because I left Mali and went to Senegal, so they have to send me to Senegal. To Mali.
Anyway, Dampha, before you have your last word, because we are running out of time, I just wanted to ask Mr. Sanyang my last word. What advice would you have for Gambians that are presently staying in Senegal? Because this sends a very wrong signal. If the Senegalese security forces do have such powers to bundle people late in the night or in hours of darkness and send them to Jammeh, what kind of advice would you have for them?
They have to be extra careful. They have to be very careful. Because these people are hungry of money and they can bundle anybody else at any time to Jammeh just to receive money. The ticket, there is security for all those Gambians who are in Dakar. Because you find out that this is a network. You have marabouts involved in these police, these gendarmes, even politicians are involved in this police selling of Gambians who are residing peacefully in Dakar. Those Gambians who are there, besides they are opposition members of the Jammeh region, they are not engaged in any activities that can now become threatening the security of Senegal, or the break the relationship between the Gambia and Senegal. So I'm calling to my Senegalese brothers and sisters to be very careful and be very vigilant, but they should be united. They should be united, if not, those people with this problem.
United they should be.
Yes, they should be united and be very vigilant.
And be very vigilant.
Smuggling one by one, so handing the business of that. So they tested the treatment of money.
Okay, Dampha, do you have any last word?
Yeah, I was further going to ask more questions because Mr. Sanyang, this has not been the first time that these things happened to you. In some years ago, when you were in Guinea-Bissau, there were plans by the Gambia government to smuggle you out of Bissau to the Gambia. Can you tell us something about that event also?
The Yaya Jammeh government tried to smuggle you and bundle you into Banjul. He says, can you try to set more light on that so that the listeners would know what happened in that as well? Very briefly.
What happened in that incident? As I said, there were politicians and there were especially marabouts who are very instrumental because I went to Guinea-Bissau to assist the Guinea-Bissau government in its reconstruction efforts. Brought in the financiers to invest the airport, the roads, the construction of seaport and the railway station, the construction of factories for infrastructure, and through that, the Minister of Defense and the late President,
Well, we've lost Uncle Kukoi on that term. We will try and get back to him. All the same, Mr. Dampha.
Hello, Bamba.
We've lost Mr. Sanyang on that bit. I think he says this reception was very bad. He couldn't hear you loud and clear. Ladies and gentlemen, there, Kukoi Sambia Sanyang, the mastermind of the 1981 military coup, narrating to you his ordeals in Senegal just a few days ago on Wednesday when he was forcefully bundled and expatriated to Mali. This is a very sad event for the entire Gambian population, especially those living in Senegal. It's a sad event for African unity and African being deported from Africa, especially the relations between the Gambia and Senegal. Mr. Dampha, what do you have to add on to that?
Well, Bamba, this is a very sad event. As you rightly said, when we see an African being deported from one African country to another, well, the first question that must have come to one's mind is where lies the Pan-Africanism that we talk about. And above all, in this situation, as he rightly said, the Senegalese authorities, they are fooled him. If they had stick to their previous command that he should leave their country within 48 hours because of his alleged activities in issues that are detrimental to the security of and the peace of Senegal or the ECOWAS state, well, they could have easily tell him, well, Kukoi, your time of 48 hours mandate have expired, and now we are sending you, we want you to leave the country forcefully or on your own. You know, it would have been more diplomatic that way than us telling him, well, Kukoi, we are moving you from one place to another, only for him to be beaten and put on a flight to Bamako. Bamba, this is really a very sad event. And finally, the Gambian population in Senegal also have to be very careful. But I think, Bamba, the most important thing here is one need to always regularize your status, either as a refugee or whatever. Wherever you find yourself in, the most important thing one needs to do from the beginning is regularize your status. Because I know if Kukoi was a registered refugee in Senegal, this would not have happened. So to those of our brothers and sisters who may find themselves in a similar situation, my advice to them is if they can quickly try to regularize their status in wherever they may find themselves. It is very important. Thank you very much.
But Dampha, before you go, I just wanted to ask you a few more questions, because looking at this whole scenario, it looks very funny to me. Kukoi saying that the Senegalese government, he is 100% sure they are either not aware or, according to him, because he says even the ministers assured him that they had never known anything about this. And it's almost 3 days now since Kukoi has been forcefully bundled, which is a disgrace to Africa, a disgrace to the Senegambian Brotherhood, a disgrace to the Senegalese government themselves. Because Kukoi, despite himself, is a very well-known figure, especially very much feared by the Gambian regime in Banjul. So if, because I once listened to President Jammeh having a tete-a-tete with President Macky Sall at State House in Banjul, where he did mention very clearly to Macky Sall that those that intended to harm him are being harbored in Senegal. And for the Casamance peace process to be of any meaningful thing to the Senegalese government, they would have to at least try everything possible to make sure that those that live in Senegal cannot bring havoc to the regime in Banjul. In fact, I heard Yaya Jammeh vehemently made it very clear that in fact it is through the ECOWAS protocol that states that people that are deemed as threats to another sister country, they should be relocated to a different region. Maybe this explains why Kukoi was been bundled to Mali, because President Macky Sall, through Yaya Jammeh's influence, was able to meet Salifou Sadio at the presidential palace in Dakar not very long ago, according to our sources. And this also explains very clearly in my doubts as to what Kukoi, contrary to what Kukoi is claiming, that he is so that the Senegalese government is not aware. Don't you think they are playing double games with him?
Senegalese government. Two, if what Kukoi actually said is true, that the passing of Macky Sall and the Interior Minister and some of the hierarchies of the government of Senegal are not aware of his deportation or his expulsion from Senegal, well, that in itself is a fear, Bamba, because if the Senegalese security forces can act independently without the government knowing or being aware of what they are doing to people like Kukoi, then where lies the safety of some of our brothers and sisters who are living in Senegal? This is my biggest doubt. But here is a situation. Jammeh is a very corny man. As Kukoi rightly said, Jammeh could be directly dealing with some elements within the Senegalese security forces who might be playing this game. But my problem also with that is, if that is the situation, then why the silence from the side of the government of Senegal? So I think my take on the whole issue will be like Kukoi have engaged himself on activities that the Senegalese government did not accept, did not see it as out of the protocols. So being that he have to leave the Senegalese, he have to leave Senegal within a given time, and he was given 48 hours to leave. What he could have done is make sure that he get response from the Senegalese authorities or whoever he resends those letters to within before the expiration of that 42-hour mandate. Two, after the 42 hours mandate, he could have also contacted the Senegalese security forces, especially those who gave him that order. That, well, you gave me this order to leave within this within 3 days. However, I am unable to do this because of this and that, so that they will also realize that he is working on the plan. He have he have not been dodging them. You understand? So yeah. The whole thing is interesting, Bamba. The whole thing is interesting. But
Dampha, being a very seasoned journalist and investigative journalist in your field of journalism, you have had so many of these kind of brouhaha with the Gambia government as to your investigative cases of disappeared Gambians back home in Banjul. So my misunderstanding of this whole situation is, according to Kukoi's narration, as you rightly listened to his version on the radio, he said the Senegalese security forces did actually told him that the Gambia government knew his presence in Senegal, therefore they are taking him to a new location within Senegal, to his understanding, only for him to be bundled through the forest and taken into another van, blah, 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 blah. And he firmly denied the Senegalese senior government officials being aware. My question to you, Dampha, is...
Because the fact that the Senegalese security forces were able to bundle Kukoi within 48 hours time out of Senegal. If you study the whole scenario, you will realize that if actually it was a deal between Yaya and some scrupulous Senegalese security officers, without the knowledge of the Senegalese government or the passing of Macky Sall, my brother, it would have been a different thing. Like they could have simply arrested Kukoi, put him in a waiting van, drive him to Gambia directly without stopping. It would have been a kind of kidnapping or a smuggling kind of thing. But they would not use the protocol of taking him to the airport, letting everyone know about it. Because once it had been announced on the Senegalese radios that there is a Gambian by name Kukoi Sambia Sanyang who is right now waiting at the airport to be deported either to Gambia or exported to another country, it definitely tells me that the Senegalese government are aware of this. If they are not aware, actually, definitely it would have been a different thing. It may be a kind of kidnapping. It may be a kind of arrest and smuggling him. It will be clandestine. But this has been done in an open. So this rightly tells you that I don't buy the idea that the Senegalese authorities are not definitely aware of it. I think what they are relying on is that Kukoi have abused his stay in Senegal. Hence, one, he is staying there as a Gambian and not a refugee because he have not been officially stuck in Senegal as a political refugee. So that disqualifies him from the protections that he may require. So talking of Pan-Africanism or Gambia, Senegambianism, that's another issue.
All right, Mr. Dampha, I am very much happy that you took your time to join Kibaaro Radio despite your tight schedules. And I must, of course, commend you so much for taking the time to join us. And we would continue with this program, and we will try and get on Kukoi Sambia Sanyang another time because we've been trying since the line went off. I don't know whether it was the battery. But what I would want to add on to is Mr. Dampha, Kukoi's case is a very, very sad situation for the entire Gambian population, for the fact that right now Kukoi has been bundled and taken to Mali, malhandled by the Senegalese security forces. And to add insult to wound to assault to injury, the security forces malhandled Kukoi as if that was not enough. They didn't even allow him to take his laptop, much more his wallet, much more anything. It was only the clothes that he wore they took him with to go and check the house according to him. That was what they used. So obviously, ladies and gentlemen, you've had this thing together, and we want to assure you that Kukoi Sambia Sanyang right now is in Mali, and he is there very, very, very much in pains, and this is a Gambian thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all said that Gambians, no matter what ever happens, because who knows who could be the next victim of the Senegalese security forces activities with Yaya Jammeh. It could be anybody, it could be our brothers, anybody that falls into their trap. Because we have quite a number of Gambians in Senegal right now, including Colonel Durcham, Lamin Sane, a lot of Gambians like Honorable Mahao Cham, Honorable Boubacar Michael Balde, we have Baba Hydra, we have loads and loads of Gambians that are presently staying in Senegal, Lieutenant Jallo, to name a few, Musa Drame, a lot of them. So obviously...
Sorry, it's not Baba Hydra, it's Baba Gomez. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, it's not Baba Hydra, it's Baba Gomez that is in Senegal. So therefore, we are sorry for any inconvenience to Baba Hydra. Baba Hydra is a Senegalese, Senegambian citizen who lives in the United States of America. Baba Gomez is a Gambian citizen, so you should know it that way. Therefore, we
who knows what Jammeh's stick would point to the next time, and who knows if this was a cook-up stuff with Jammeh and the Senegalese security forces, who would not bow and shake their heads when money is involved. They can definitely sacrifice any Gambian. So it is for us Gambians in the diaspora to show Yaya Jammeh that anybody Jammeh touches, Gambians would always get together to rally behind that person, because Jammeh is a very dangerous man. Therefore, we are asking all Gambians, Kukoi is in Mali without anything. He was just bundled and just dumped in Mali just like that. People are contributing to help him out, get proper medication, help him out, sort his documentation out with whatever doctor he can. As he told you rightly, he has his hands and legs so swollen out of the malhandling. We are asking Gambians to help. Anybody who wants to help, maybe £5, £2, $2, €2, whatever you wanted to contribute, please try and contact the Kukoi Help Fund that Gambians have set up. You can try by all means and call Mr. Siaka Jata. He's also one of those that is doing everything to see that Kukoi finally settles and get his medications and get his meet the the Malian authorities. So therefore, try and call the 077-2240-5906, 077-2240-5906. If you want to help Kukoi Sambia Sanyang, be it £5, be it £3, please, 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 we are appealing that Gambians need to help. He's not asking for it, but we wanted to send a clear message to Yaya Jammeh that any Gambian that you touch, we would show you that we are family. Gambians are one family, be it Jola, be it Manjago, be it Mandinka, be it Wolof, be it Pole. Gambians are one people, and we would always remain so. Therefore, Kukoi is in Mali because of his belief that Yaya Jammeh is not good for the Gambian people. Jammeh is a terrorist. Jammeh is a very dangerous man. Gambians, we are appealing to you. Help Kukoi in any way you can. And call this number 077-2240-5906. If you want to contribute to help Kukoi, 077-2240-5906.
It is this number is always there, 24 hours. You can call that number, and we would direct you how to send your money to reach Kukoi in whatever way you can. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, when you call this number 077-2240-5906, it is a Virgin mobile number. It is a UK number. Those who are calling outside the UK would have to remove the 0. Ladies and gentlemen,
and we'll give you all the details where you would send your money, and it would reach Kukoi as soon as we have it. Thank you very much. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we would wrap the program, and we would share with you this Ifambonde song that we have for you, Doku Wato Sita. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I would sign off now. I'm your presenter, Bamba Serign, and this is what we share with you.
Political Haina Inyanta Silololo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kibaaro Radio, broadcasting from our airwaves in Birmingham. I'm your presenter, Bamba Serign, Saturday Souls. After that Kukoi Sambia Sanyang interview. Ladies and gentlemen, your Saturday Souls. We send felicitations to all our listeners, especially those who were in London on the 18th of April 2013. Gallant Gambian men, I saw your bravery. Honorable Bakari Bunja Dabo, His Excellency Ambassador Abdoulaye Bojang, former ambassador of the Gambia to the United Kingdom. You are definitely worthy of elderly people. We salute you, we greet you. Abdoulaye Job Malika, of course we send our felicitations to you. We greet you all, those who were there to join the Gambians on the demonstrations at the Gambian embassy in London. It was a very beautiful, wonderful experience for anybody to be there, and we saw what you Gambians are capable of. The people of the United Kingdom, you are the Jambars of the Gambia. Thank you very much, King of Kora, Jaliba Kuyate. Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to Kibaaro Radio, your wonderful radio station broadcasting from our airwaves in Birmingham. I'm your presenter, Bamba Serign. Saturday shows a brilliant shining sun hovering over the skies of the United Kingdom. We felicitate you, we salute you, we greet you. We share with you the songs that are very familiar to your ears and makes you feel at home. Therefore, you the Gambians are the people that we always think of, we always pray for. We know your problems and we will always try to reassure you that help is on the way. very soon you will be out of your problems. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we will go with our songs, and we will start with a very wonderful song, and we will be moving from one local song to the other. Therefore, we will pick randomly, and we would want you to enjoy it with us and share with us, and shake your bodies, and do not stress too much, because stress kills. We are your people, and we will always make sure that you have the best. Ladies and gentlemen, our next song we have, we would like to felicitate great Gambian people. Our very wonderful journalists in Norway. Of course, everybody knows the Kibaaro radio's gallant man in Norway, who is no other than our brother, Mr. Nyasi, Landing Nyasi. Landing Nyasi, if you are listening, we send our felicitations to you. Kejau Ture in Norway, we send our felicitations to you. Of course, we are not forgetting Madam Jobate, the great, wonderful Gambians that live in Norway. We know all the work that you do, and we felicitate you, we greet you. Suleiman Singul Nyasi, if you are listening. Momodou Lamin Nyasi, Singul, if you are listening, Kibaaro Radio felicitates you, and all the very wonderful, gallant Gambians. Of course, we are not forgetting Mr. Jaju. Mr. Jaju, I would not name your first name, but if you're listening, we send our felicitations to you. We know what you're doing in the Gambia, and we are very, very proud of you. And we know that most of the informations are very accurate, and we are not naming you, neither naming your family name. That's why we decided to choose your other name. A lot of people would never know who you are, but you know yourself. You always listen to Kibaaro Radio, and we have received your message. We know very well that most of your informations are very authentic, and thanks to you, the Gambian people are very grateful. Therefore, we decided to choose this very wonderful song from Fonyi, our Jola Batia. Of course, we would felicitate our brother, our uncle, Kukoi Sambia Sanyang. People may have their differences with Kukoi, but this is a man who has suffered. Maybe, in my view, he must have paid for whatever the Gambians are not happy with in the 1980s. During those days, we were very young, because I remember that in 1981, when Kukoi took up the overthrow the government of Sadauda Kairaba Jawara. I remember that when Kukoi speaks English, we think he is talking from the sky with his very paradox of the English language. In those days, you know, a lot of people can't understand the idioms of the English language, the beauties of the language when it is spoken, especially over radio. So when Kukoi says, "Long live the revolution, long live the Supreme Council of the Revolution," for us young ones, we just beat the table and jump and point our fist up in the sky, and we were just like kids enjoying every bit of what he says, especially when he starts speaking in French, talking to the Senegalese and stuff like that, you know. So obviously it was a very tragic stuff, no doubt about it. But this man has definitely suffered. He was poisoned in Guinea-Bissau. He was about to be bundled to the Gambia to be butchered. Jammeh tried everything. Gambians must know this. Yaya Jammeh tried everything to work with Kukoi. In fact, Kukoi was in the Gambia at one time. When he realized that this man definitely would not join me to molest the Gambian people, he went straight against him. And Kukoi's pictures was everywhere, a wanted man. So obviously, Gambians must also realize the fact that the same Yaya Jammeh was all along after Kukoi. So Yaya is not only after any other tribe. Yaya is after everybody that poses a threat to him. So therefore, that binds us together, because we are in one boat. We are all hated. Gambians are all hated by Yaya Jammeh. Obviously, no matter what, then we should join together to fight the tyrant. That is my message to the Gambian people. You may decide to agree or disagree with me, but I felicitate Kukoi, and I send my felicitations to him with this song. felicitations to our listeners that are listening to Kibaaro Radio at this point in time. Jisafi, assalamu alaikum kamika jantume jola. Jisafi nje Bamba masa safi jola fonyi tu nje safi Gambia tu. I am sending my felicitations na mbena kondondir dima sindi lambana bari musu kendo ma me alonko abe Degenhams United Kingdom na ke lamoyi na bari musu kendo mbe konton na jisafoi yalon nembe jumale la mbe konton na baki. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ntolenga wo mo inyola woto mbali konto na mbali tentula mbali jaila na Kibaaro bundale mo Kibaaro radio alnal badi male mo Bamba Serign woto wakamala ante fen kela funding alietenten na julu dimalla na julol men yalon ko ngesotale janyen tembenda mbadi wol woto nalbe tan julu kote woto julu kote mo mina ambe la fila purka kondondro sinde na badin kendol ma men yalon ko be la moy kanyen tembola woto mbe solicito yankuba dabo kontonna anala nyanyima menketa adama keta daboti na kela moy Kibaaro radio be kontondro sindela na manyo kendoma na manyo kote mo men fana yalon ko be kontondro sindela ma wala mu Yaya Dampha la nyanyimati menketa maimuna Yaya Dampha woto maimuna Yaya Dampha ni be sirin dawda fano situ julu kendola e bambang because nyindo menkana attending na manyo yankuba dabo la manyo atolebe competition okela woto mbesila mbali la moy la bari na manyo do fana mbeje menketa Fatu Jahite menketa Usenu Bay Sankare la musoti Fatumata Jahite woto ifana ye pare silang nyimanyo sabole be competition okela Kibaaro radio la manyo kutolu ali pare buton kana julo menta ali alte osita ali Bamba because nimme mandono mbe manyo dola lo kana kamunta obe kala musike balto woto ali pare sain Kibaaro radio pareta nada ngatoro fele de
Senegalese football no la vela ani football dia da mo Piridama beso sarama oh le pileno sarama Piridama beso sarama le pileno sarama Nanda pilela sarama oh le pileno sarama Bagarinya go sarama oh le pileno sarama Nanda pilela sarama le pileno sarama
Otombe nyunjulu dima di la Gambia National Scorpions la ini bela moy kambe be konto nambe tentulambe jayla on the 17 ol fanam balu konto nambal tentulamba ja Kibaaro radio na former footballer sol fanam be fanan konton na Idrissa Sila ni ke la moy be konton na bake jato Cissé ni fanan ke la moy be konton na captain senior footballers be konton na Alhaji Birin Njai ni fanan ke la moy Kibaaro radio be konton duro sindilema ni mo kata dam fulal bere tati ke mo Cissé ni fanan ke la moy Kibaaro radio bal konton na namanyolo albenyo kay karsino bannale wallahi ngakali namanyolo Kibaaro radio la manyo kendol men yalon ko Adama Keta Dabo Yankuba Dabo la manyo aning Maimuna Yaya Dampha aning Fatumata Jakite nyung musu sabolu benyo compete kan kende ke woto albela moy kan Kibaaro la manyo be dunni nyo alamadi yalla kan la manyo sabari ye wa yonna manyo way desa dira badila manyolu bela menu bebe Gambia ni Gambia bantala atulle amoy nyolam badi ngol woto na julu kote mo memmina mbela fila pro ngadi na badi ngolla mbadi Gambian ko ana kamoy la alke mo la moy Kibaaro radio la after nen Kukoi Sambia Sanyang ye diamu kuma basoto jang me ya lonko Kukoi nyapita kan Senegal bankole kan ya bulande pleno la dia ku ya after wato men ya balo tilimbalia jawla ka barama singona bulol bebe yitiring ya samba mali banko kan ala fengolu ye be to ala bungo kono hana la kalpo imanson anaita itada ya jolong mali sate o kono Gambian kolo atolle amoy nyola woto bi sibito le mun na sibito programme le mu bare Kukoi sonta purun na kacha wor kamala woto be julo sindila fanamma woto mbadi wolu nalbe tenten na julo ko tawalla comme nga fale nyamen woto nenna jul ko taw memina mbitan na badim fulol la juloto assalamu alaikum bandirabe fulbe kala no jantu Kibaaro radio mido ma salmini onon nani Kukoi Sambia Sanyang dilebi kandere Kibaaro radio Kukoi ko Senegalese lamu Senegal nangudum joldudum ka nderi plain nabudum ka lady Mali te Kukoi Sambia Sanyang kanko ko Gambian woni Gambian fo kalano woni Gambian maydi nani inde Kukoi Sambia Sanyang joni mina watta hay fo spiring hande ko samedi imogol joni watta hay fo si wana jahen ime amen joni bandirabe fulbe minen fala salmini kandere Kibaaro radio minen fala salmini Esa Bokar Si kambe yimbe fo won kanderi radio Hello Gambia Demba Balde gayna ko radio Baba Galle Diallo docteur Alaji Yoro Diallo Sekumbalo kany honorable Demba Dem kany honorable Musa Njado kany kalano woni pullo honorable Boubacar Michael Balde mino masalmini honorable Falay Balde Sado Jenti Kibaaro radio di masalmini Sada Njai Kibaaro radio di masalmini kalano woni pullo simini lebi indema simile lebani indema meji dalma mido masalmini mido duano Kibaaro radio joni njahen hocha ko kany woni mine hebbi joni mido fala salmini oncle Matthew Diallo Sada Jenti mido fala salmini duwa mido fala ma duwano ya Allah okuma cellal jam joni musube Gambia ko enen jenti kandere Kibaaro radio ko hocca fulbe amen saado jenti ko hocca woni joni mino salmini kala no woni jenti Kibaaro radio musube ma Bamba Serign Masa joni jahen hocca mido fala salmini Hadja Diawo saade jenti mido fala ma salmini musube am fo kanderi Spain mido ma fala salmini enen onon fo joni mine yejitari hawa balde saado jenti mido yidima fata bari Cissé saado jenti mido yidima mido ma salmini kala no woni pullo rewbe bengu am fo mido ma salmini Penda debbo Touba Tunkara mido ma salmini mido ma duwano mido yejitali Sirandu Diallo kala sister am mido ma salmini mido ma duwano kala no woni pullo mido ma salmini suñ bokki déglu kat yi yéena ngee déglu Kibaaro radio yéen ay déglu Kukoi Sambia Sanyang ko Kukoi Sambia Sanyang moom moo doon waxal Kibaaro radio ci interview bu mag buñ amoon ak moom léegi ñu ngi am suñ samedi soir soo leen déglu Kibaaro radio seen président Bamba Serign Mas moo leen a nuyu Malika fàttewuma la coach Pa Samba Diaw soo déglu fàttewuma la Kibaaro radio mu ngeen nuyu suñ mbokki déglukat yi yëpp fàttewuñ Seku Diagne tamit fàttewuñ Abdoulaye Diop suy déglu fàttewuñ Silaba Samate Sidia Bayo Sidi Cissé soo leen a déglu Abdoulaye Sanyang fàttewuñ la Suntu Bolomba Touré sooy déglu fàttewuñ la ñu ngi nuyu tamit Sana Job ak famille am ak mbokkam yépp soo leen a déglu Kibaaro radio fàttewuñ leen ñu ngi leen a nuyu ñu ngi la gërëm ñu ngi leen a santa léegi Kibaaro radio duñ def dara xanaa ñu dem ak suñ beneen woy léegi buñ leen amel mooy mbugel léegi duñ def dara xanaa ñu dem ak mbugel képp koo xam ne mu ngi déglu Kibaaro radio seen présentant Bamba Serign moo la naa nuyu suma doomi mag Fatou Dabo Sané sooy déglu man ko nuyu man ko gërëm man ko santa fàttewuma tamit may kañi suy déglu suma sista bu mag bi ni suma sista boo xam ne sista bu baax la Adama Fati sooy déglu ak doomam yi maa ngi leen a nuyu maa ngi leen a gërëm maa ngi leen a santa képp koo xam ne mu ngi déglu editor in chief Moussa Sedikan sooy déglu ak sa jabar maa ngi laa nuyu maa ngi laa gërëm madame Fofana Sedikan jabari Moussa Sedikan jabar ku baax maa ngi laa nuyu maa ngi laa gërëm maa ngi laa santa kon duñ def dara xanaa ñu dem ak suñ beneen boy ngeen déglu soppe Kibaaro radio yëpp kéema koo xam ne mu ngeen déglu Kibaaro radio ci waxtu bi ñu ngi laa nuyu suñ xariti Gambian si ak soppe Gambian si xariti Kibaaro radio ñu ngi leen a nuyu ñu ngi laa gërëm ñu ngi leen a santa Abdou Cubalo Ladies and gentlemen, we would continue with Abdou Chubalo. Like we rightly told you, we would continue with Abdou Chubalo. So therefore, those who are listening, we have just this small advert that we would want to share with you. Friends of the Gambia in the United Kingdom are going on a caravan tour. The caravan tour would go around the whole of the United Kingdom. Mbading Gambian kola na kamoy lalu Gambia dingol men yalon koy be United Kingdom e tolle be caravan to kela ka United Kingdom mo be yayi puro inen Gambia dingole kacha bankola kuola nyanta mu nekela puro nga Gambia murundi anyama ay muru akake bankoti banko me yalon ko dunia molu si nyang ato dunia molu si la fala woto be Gambia dingo be danila e be yayi la dulal to sate balmen yalon koy be Angleterre banko kan e be tarla yayi la andu ni obotala fanang they are going to make sure we have a congress that will be held on the 11th of May 2013 in London, the capital city of the United Kingdom. Ebe molu kalamutandi la fananko karotil tanning killing me karo kono ebe congress sotola membe kala London sate kono woto Gambia dingo besa kata momo lafta pour ka mabeje isina mabeje alpha balle be mabela je andun kuma kuma lebe kuma kacala je oto mbokki deglu kati yana ko deglu ci kalama sosé kepa ko xamne doomi Gambian la Gambian si ñi nekk Angleterre ñoo buga wor ci biir Angleterre ñi ci biir auto buñ de wote caravan so ñu ngi oote Gambian si yépp ñu ngi dem ci dëkk boo xam ne mu ngi ci tundi Angleterre pour nuyoo Gambian si waxtaan ak ñoom suñu réew mi fan lañ ko waxtaanee ak naka lañ ko yóbbu ci kanam kon ci su loolu passé dañoo waxtaan tamit dañ am congrès boo xam ne dañ ko waroon a def ci biir London capital city United Kingdom pour nit ñi waxtaani bul nangu mu raw la parce que trial nga teewee ko parce que waxtaan yu am solo la ñoo waxtaanee foofu bés booy 11th May 2013 kon kibaar boobu lañ am mbaɗigolu ngawo kibaaro le soto assalamu aleykum bandiraɓe fulɓe kala no woni biddo Gambian kala no woni Gambian kala no woni yiiɗo Gambian yimɓe Gambia kan nderi Angleterre kamɓe foti yaade ka saare o saare kan nderi Angleterre pour kacce yimɓe Gambia pour Gambia hono minen waddi pour Gambia yara yeeso si ɗum yawti Gambian ɓe hawti kanderi London kan woni capital city Angleterre pour kamɓe kaccen fila Gambia yara yeeso Gambia heɓi fammum Gambia jam wonay toon.
You had them at work together after Jubalo.
jërëjëf kooku moo di Abdou Curbalo Gambian si yëpp a ko xam te dañ ko bugg a torop kon suñ bokk déglukat yi yéen a ngi déglu Kibaaro radio seen présenta Bamba Serign Mas Khadimu Rasul kon mbe kondondiro sindila siyaka jata manala dimbalu be namaño kendolu Mama Touré Jata aning mba Mariama mbal konton na bake woto momo ke la moy Kibaaro radio la bakare singate ñol kata koto ke baro menu be Bristol Sato kono Mr. Dabo mbal be konton na mbe Mr. Seni Sise fana konton na ka fulandi ño sana Sise nal ke la moy na bare musu kendolu mbele albe konton na mbal tentula mbal jeyla woto Kibaaro radio na koto ma kendo me alon ko Kibaaro la moy la balem fulol lemu men yalon kon na koto kendol lemu buka demba afana nala dimbalu ading menu be Nottingham Sato kono na sirumati un jamme be fana konton na me kono ndro tendendi la ka sindi Ibrahima Kamarama Dr. mbe fanan konton na bake mbe kondondro sindela Mr. Omar Diane fana mana la dimbalu menu be London Sate kono mbe kondondro sindela na badiol bema menu be ke la moy Fatou Dabo Sane ni fanan ke la moy be kondondro sindelema hawa ba mbe kondondro sindele fana ma aning na Gambia dingol men ya lonko Lamin Sane anala madam musu nyimma bakata me ya lonko mbari musole mo mba konton na bake nake la moy Gambia dingolo Lamin Sane fana momo kende baleti me yalon ko wate ka Gambia dingolo mako ka kodo ki Gambia ning alka lafita Birmingham sate o kono menning marso nyabe tilende nyola al sitaje al Lamin Sane bal mako la jula finance fana memo Karim Dabote yanala musu kendo be fana konton nay fana momo kende balel timeno ka Gambia dingolo mako ka kodo ki Gambia banko kan wotombe Karim Dabo fana ning jula finance kafo be konton na mate na kafunyo ma ba fana me yalon ko tele mo jata baka tawote memo ma fuji jammeti afana ka Gambia di wonu ma koy bake ka kodo ki Gambia woto Gambia di wonu momo lafta kodo ki la alsima fuji alnasi nyomoy wate abal de mala al lafta la nyame woto o kamala be Gambia di wonu be kontona menu be ke la moy Kibaaro redo la ñun tembola alnal badi mala mo Bamba Serign mas mbitan na julu laba woto be menke la doron wala mu ñunti ko bayring na badi ma Ousseynou Baye Sankare murtanane woto be sarkulo julo bulala jele Ousseynou Baye Sankare wate alan badin sarakulo be kacala sarakule kawtole ka sarakulo julo nati ninga ñin sidol fana na mol soto men ka julo dimal nati ila kawto mbe o fana ndila o mol la woto kamala na badin sarakulo alsi al hakobo ni ñin silola bayrin na jato murtana ne mem Ousseynou Baye Sankare te jato la jato woto kamala badin lo nalbitan na julo la bamto